Hi folks, I'm Azlin Bloor from AZ Entertainment, and I am in disguise. Don't give it away. So, here we are for the last show of the year, and the last in the mini-series that we've been doing with Chef Dennis. So, what I'm going to do is pass the show over to Chef. Hi, Chef.
Hi, Lynn. How you doing? And happy almost New Year.
Almost.
It's getting close. And we're ready to party hardy down here, Florida style, in beautiful Sunshine State. And I've got a couple things that I would normally party with, although I may not be doing it this year, and that's tuaca and limoncello.
Limoncello. No Prosecco, Chef?
Oh, Prosecco's in the refrigerator.
Okay. As long as you've got that covered. What are you doing here, Eve? What you doing?
New Year's Eve, we will be at Disney because we didn't want to drive around. Usually we go to a first night. They have a lot of those around the country, and the first night is a non-drinking event that you go to, and they have entertainment, and it's really usually a lot of fun. There's no alcohol involved. But we didn't want to drive. The highways get a little crazy with everyone out there, so we're going to be spending the night at one of the Disney properties, and we'll be at the studios New Year's Eve, and then over at Epcot on New Year's Day. So that'll pretty much sum it up for us.
Wow, sounds exciting, doesn't it? New Year's Eve in Disney must be good. Must be good.
It's wall-to-wall people. I have been there a few times for New Year's. Usually they have a lot of entertainment, a lot of special things going on, and the fireworks are always above, up and above what they normally do, and it's a little fun there. And actually, they have the Osborne family spectacle of lights at the studios, and I think there's like 8 million lights there that are decorating the entire street.
Wow, sounds good. Sounds good. Well, someone else was talking about lights and fireworks, and that was AJ, who claims that Sydney has the best fireworks. So let's hear all about that.
Well, they may not have. Yeah, I think they do actually have the best fireworks, and they certainly go off before anybody else's. So we're well on the way to New Year's Eve, and so I'm blessed because somebody's given us an apartment down on the water. Wow. So I'll be heading down there this afternoon with lots of French champagne and Prosecco and lots of great seafood and and so we will eat and drink the night away and watch the fireworks without being crowded and that sort of thing. So it's very blessed, and I'm hoping that everybody has a great New Year, but we're well into it. Again, it's morning, so I'll be having coffee at this stage. Look, I'll Happy New Year to you all. But it's a big thing in Sydney because it's so beautiful, and I think it's all to do with the setting of the fireworks right down the harbour, and the whole harbour bridge lights up, and I think they do lights on the Opera House and stuff. It's really quite spectacular. It's different every year, and it has a different theme every year. So
that sounds good. We're gonna go over to Maggie last because she's going to entertain us with some cocktails, perhaps one to start with. But we're gonna go to Candy first. I'm gonna bring up this comment from Christopher. Moscow has the best fireworks.
I think it's Dubai has the best fireworks during the New Year's.
What does Dubai not have the best of? So, there we go. Candy, what time is it there now?
4 o'clock. And we are on the New Year's Eve.
So like it's New Year's Eve there, isn't it? In Japan. Mm.
Yes, actually we are on the New Year's Eve right now, and we're just we are just waiting for the New Year's Eve and everything. So yesterday was the last spot for me to cook everything from the soup stock, which is traditional passed on during the New Year's Day. Yeah,
cool.
Everything is ready.
I'm going to come back to you about what you're doing on New Year's Eve and Japanese customs and stuff. Let's go say hello to Maggie.
Hi.
Hey, Maggie. How's it going?
It's going. So, disclaimer, Christopher Volcom is not here today. He's somewhere over the bridge in downtown San Diego. And in Mexico, I want to talk about Mexican traditions. We have uvas, grapes. And we have 12 grapes for 12 months, and we make a wish, so 12 wishes But on the ranch where my family has a ranch. Check this out, Chef, for Mexican men. Um, this is just when I was a kid, and think of ranch, nothing to do kind of thing. It's just quiet and just really no one in like miles away. Anyway, so the men at midnight would go out into the fields and take their rifles and their guns and start shooting them off. And yeah, I think 12 shots per person. Just yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's a little scary to me now thinking about it. But yeah, the grapes, I kind of like those instead.
So everybody has 12 grapes, or
everyone has 12 grapes, even the little kids, and you make little wishes. So January, I don't know, I want a brand new car. Woo, that's your wish, Or Tuesday, I want a brand new house. Okay, that's your wish,
I like that.
It's something simple as, I want a yearbook.
Excellent.
South Americans do the same thing.
Do they?
Yes, they do. They do the grape
Where's that?
thing.
Did you say South Americans?
Yeah, South
Okay.
America.
Yeah, it's very much a Spanish thing.
Yeah, so it's a Latin thing, because Maggie's Mexican. If my kids had 12 grapes, it would be, number 1, I want to go to Harry Potter World. Number 2, I want to go to Harry Potter World. You get the picture. So
you should take them to Harry Potter World.
yeah, but that too. The 14-year-old, the soon-to-be 14-year-old. My oldest is 14 tomorrow. He doesn't do rides. He's like me, can't do rides. Hopefully one day he'll do rides. The youngest is going to be 7, but he's 6. So doesn't do rides. So it'll be a very expensive, fruitless trip, So.
You do know Harry Potter World's in Orlando.
Say that again, Chef.
Harry Potter World is in Orlando.
Yes, that's right. That's right. They've done it all, Chef. They've calculated the tickets for the flights, the stay there. They know how much it's going to cost.
That's great.
Oh, dear. This is so fun. So, Maggie, tell us. Sorry, who was that? Was that AJ?
Yeah, I said go and stay with Chef Dennis. Take your whole family. That'll save you some money.
Oh. Oh, very tempting. I've got 4 kids, though, Chef.
They'd be sleeping out on the porch, but we do have some room for you.
Right, Maggie, you said you've got 2 cocktails for us today. Do you want to share one with us, the first one?
Yes, the first one I'm calling a blackberry bubbler because we found some great blackberries yesterday at the store. Let me open these up. Blackberries. Yes, blackberries. So I'm just going to stick some inside my little cup. They're already washed. I swear I washed them.
Sure.
I'm also going to give them a little bit of a mash, just a little bit. I would probably do this in a cocktail mixer, but
yeah,
I forgot it. So just going to mash them just a little bit. And so why I'm doing this, just so you know, is because I'm thinking, especially those of you who have like a New Year's Eve party, stretch a buck, stretch the wine. This is a good way to do it. Because what I'm doing is I'm also, excuse me, this is a ginger ale. And my son says, it's healthy for you. I'm like, no, it's not. It's got tons of sugar in it. But every now and then, why not?
Okay. Right.
All right, so some ginger ale for some sweetness. Cluck, 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 cluck. Oh, you can already see the color. See how the color changed? Excuse my hat.
Yeah, we can. Definitely.
Sorry. Capital for report.
We've got lightly crushed blackberries. We've got some ginger ale. Okay.
We've got some red wine. So
really?
A little bit of vino.
Red wine. Wow. Okay.
This just a little bit of wine. So it's kind of like a wine spritzer. That's more of what I'm thinking.
Okay, like a sangria perhaps as well, but
yeah. And that's pretty much it.
Really? Okay.
Here's,
so what can you taste in there then with the sip?
Okay, so oh yeah, I like this. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, so I'm sacrificing myself right now. It's 11 o'clock on the West Coast. So some of the things I'm giving I use blackberries, but like I said, we use grapes in Mexico, so grapes would go great in here, even frozen grapes. But what I really wanted to do is get out the blackberry flavor, just because it goes with this particular red wine. This is a blend. So I would be a little careful with some of this stuff. If you really want to make it festive and really cool, you could put like a little sprig of rosemary, or maybe like a whole cinnamon. Yeah, that's cool. So cheap, easy decorations. I'm thinking, New Year's Eve party, don't go too much, and you don't really want to get too drunk too fast.
No, no, you don't.
Someone's going to quote me out there, I know. But anyway, so here you go. Oh, you can see my reflection. Can you see it? Isn't that cool? I love it.
Two for the price of one. Oh, Christopher, are you ready for that?
Oh, is that what he just said?
No. That's what I just said.
I miss you.
That's great, Maggie. That's actually a very good and very easy cocktail. That's great. Chef, tell us about some traditions. Do you have any traditions, or you're partially Mexican. You're part Mexican?
I'm part Mexican, yeah, and the difference is in our village, we used to take turns drinking, doing shots, and then we would tie each other up as the piñata. And of course, we had to be quite drunk enough to do that.
I'm sure that's not a real tradition. I'm sure you guys
But if you do enough shots of tequila, any tradition can be instantaneous, So, no, only kidding. We really, when I think about it, New Year's Eve, I never thought of too many traditions. My parents would always stay up and listen to Guy Lombardo, or as it got later, Dick Clark's New Year's Eve. But other than that, not a whole lot. Some New Year's Eves we don't even stay up. It's just not that important. It doesn't seem to be anymore as when we were younger. Actually, my mother would be. I'd call her the next day when she was in her 90s. Says, "Oh yeah, the whole community stayed up in the community room and they drank and had a good time." So I was in bed at 10 o'clock. But when I was working all the time, and if I was a chef in a restaurant New Year's Eve, I'd be working sometimes. So it was just a matter of what I was doing, or what year it was. My younger days, well, that was a different story. But, when I was an adult and responsible. Although I did spend a New Year's in Paris, and I did spend a New Year's on the Millennium on the Grand Canal in Venice, which was quite a story in itself. Yeah.
Excellent. Quite a story. Can we fit that in?
Well, yeah, it wasn't that much. It was just at least as very not good in crowds.
Okay.
They all started leaving, and if you've ever been to Venice, things kind of funnel into small areas. Well, we're jam-packed, wall to wall, and everybody was nice, and she's panicking and wants to go to the water, and it's 25 degrees, it's freezing, it's cold, and I'm going, no good can come out of us going towards the water. Absolutely. So I just turned to her at that point and said, fine, then just lay down and die. And it pissed her off enough that she got mad enough at me to continue and get out of there. Now, of course, I paid for that dearly later, but at least it got her out of the situation.
Oh dear.
The entire next year.
And did you learn anything from that, Chef?
Yeah, not to get her in crowds, or to wait till they all dispersed.
Oh dear. Yeah, that's one holiday you'll remember. Candy, you're in Japan, and I know the Japanese, we were talking in the green room, the Japanese have some traditions, quite a few traditions. Tell us about it. Then.
Yeah, actually we have such a lot of crazy traditions here. First, since we are on the eve right now, yesterday for me was a cooking day, half day. I have to finish the stock, 2 stocks actually. One is a pork meat-based stock, which is for the evening. We called it the toshikoshi soba. And you eat this every evening on the eve. So I have here right now is the sample of what I've done. So you can see the base of it. It's pork. Actually, the base is pork and onions and something like that. And it goes with this soba. You can have it fresh or packed. We have this kind of stuff. For one person, one, which means you have to have a longer life for next year. Then, when we reach the evening, this we call the ozonin. The ozonin is mixed up with a lot of vegetables, but the main thing is it's chicken based. It's chicken based and it's a tradition you have to pass on generations and generations. Like my daughters, they have to have this, the taste of the family. You have to pass on to that into the tradition. I just posted that on the event page so you can see. Now I have this a mixed mixture. Since yesterday I was there cooking, so you can see actually here. This is the finished product. So this is it. And we Japanese don't cook on the eve. Okay, this is one thing. We don't cook. We don't clean. We don't put decoration on the eve. It's signs of bad luck.
Okay.
So which means to say you have to prepare after Christmas, you have to prepare all of these things, and your last day will be on the 30th. And
Okay.
we rest on the 31st. And
Okay.
you have to do is chill down and wait until the eve.
What about New Year's Day?
New Year's Day, we gather along. The family gather along with this. I shared the picture that my grandma has this all foods, okay, all the foods are there. The family comes together and gather, and there you go, everything is there. And half of that, okay, this ozonin or the soup, we have this rice cake, this types. This is a Japanese rice cake.
Okay.
This will come into that soup.
In the soup. Okay.
Yeah, this is a must. Why? It's I mean, they have this certain kind of freaky tradition that this comes, it's just like rice, but it's more stickier. It's not from the Chinese, it's from us. The Chinese has a different rice cake. This one is mochi. This is one is mochi, and this one is equivalent almost to a rice bowl of rice.
Okay. Wow. All right. So
So
it expands.
yes, so imagine that having two of this, you're totally full load, okay? And that's it. This will
It's
come
very
with the soup.
your traditions are very food oriented. That's quite interesting.
Yes, it's food oriented. And this one, we have this white and pink. It's a fish based, actually. It's a fish based. This, we call it kohaku.
Okay.
This brings us new luck and success for the next year. And this is a must with this egg rolls.
Well.
It comes with a set. So you can see there's a decoration. This is only for the New Year's. And this fish base and this egg is really way expensive during this New Year's Day. And we cannot do anything about that. This is a must.
Yeah. No. Sure. Of course.
One thing more about that is the sweets. Just to break all of this, because every cooking we have, it's always the soy sauce base with the dashi and everything. Just to break the salt, okay, just to break the salt, we have the sweets. This is we call kurikinton, which is made from chestnuts.
Okay.
And it's grated with a sweet potato paste. You blended it in and then put some what you call this? Not sugar. It's not molasses. We called it miso ame. Actually, it's made of a candy type of form.
All right.
And what goes with this stuff is
It's
course.
perfect. Okay, wait, we're gonna stop. We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back to your drinks in a bit. That's it. We're gonna come back to your drinks. Thanks, Candy. That's very interesting that a lot of it centers around food. I'm just gonna pop down to AJ. For whom it's 6 o'clock in the morning. AJ, tell us. I know what you're doing. Yes, coffee. 6 o'clock in the morning. Tell us what you normally do. I know what you're doing. I don't know if you mentioned it in the green room or on air that you've got an apartment by the sea this year. But what sort of things do Australians do on New Year's Eve besides eat?
Well, it really is. It depends on the person. As far as traditions go, usually you would get together with friends, family, and you would all enjoy food and alcohol. Where you do it depends on where you live. Fireworks are big here. So I'm blessed to be in Sydney, which has fabulous fireworks. So yeah, you meet up with people. I mean, some years I just don't want to do anything, so I don't. But you know, it depends on the mood, really. There are no set traditions, really, except that you probably might. You try and get near the water if you can, if you're in Sydney. But in the country, it's a completely different thing. No fireworks, so everybody just gets together for a party. It's a very traditional thing, Azlin. It's not like Japan where we've got all the things related to
it's pretty easy, and it's a continuation of Christmas, basically.
Very much so. And it's an excuse to drink French champagne, prosecco, eat amazing seafood. You know, sometimes the other thing we do in Sydney is if you can get to a restaurant that, like I've booked in next year for the Sydney Cove Oyster Bar.
Okay.
And they are literally right on the harbour, opposite the harbour bridge. So I've booked in there for dinner. So we will go there. There'll be about 6 of us. And if you can get a restaurant that's right on the harbour, it's just like heaven. And if you can get an apartment that overlooks the fireworks, they're at a premium. But somebody gave us one this year, which is great. So, you know, otherwise, if you're outside, there are, around the harbour, there are probably 1.5 million people who gather.
Okay.
So it's fairly hideous to go out amongst it.
So many of these restaurants by the harbour and all that stuff, as you said, you've booked it for next year, so they get booked up pretty early on, presumably.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I messaged the owner and he said, yeah, I'll be doing all that in March, but just email me and that won't be a problem. But yeah, I imagine, I mean, it's not something I usually do, but I suddenly thought, gosh, when I was having dinner there a couple of weeks, I suddenly thought, wow, I'm sitting at this table, you know, where I did that promo and I did the portrait? Yeah, that's the restaurant. So
okay, excellent, great view. I'm just going to bring up
the other thing that happens here that is just magic is that on New Year's Eve, everybody seems to be in a really good mood and public transport goes all night. So
that's handy, because people do. I mean, public transport does play a huge part in how much fun you can have on New Year's Eve. I'm just gonna bring up a question here from Pamela Zeman. Are you able to include vegetarians in your celebrations? Would love to hear if and how you accommodate, as well as people who are gluten-free and dairy-free. To which Christopher Vogelman replied, of course. So there we go. Don't mind Christopher. We can't take him anywhere. Other Maggie can't take him anywhere.
Awesome, Chris.
Go on, Chef.
Awesome, Chris.
I said that's not really that hard for to accommodate vegetarians, and I'm gluten-free now, Pamela. So that's what they make potato vodka for, because it's gluten-free. You don't have to worry about any wheat. Although they do say that the wheat works itself out of it, but I'm not buying that. But I know gluten-free, dairy-free, allergy-free. You know, there's so many different items now that are available to us, and I know I'm a lot more aware of it now that I've gone the gluten-free route. And like I was just at a place that has key lime pie, and they do make a gluten-free one. So I thought that was pretty cool. So more people are being aware of it, and more people are offering options to have a party. You know, crudités are always great for vegetarian and gluten-free options. You can make dips out of a variety. They make some really good soy-based, unless you have a soy allergy, soy-based items for dips, or you can puree the vegetables up and use them as a dip base. So I mean, you do have some options to get creative and entertain guests, no matter what their dietary needs are.
Yeah, thanks, Chef. And Pamela, same here. We always have an open house at Christmas where guests start coming from 1 p.m. and they don't leave before midnight. And sadly, oh, sorry, I didn't mean that really. I have lots of vegetarian friends, and I always always cater because I don't eat pork and I know what it's like to go to a party and not have much to eat. So I have always been of the mind that if I have a vegetarian friend, if I have a gluten-free friend, I've got to cater for them, not just with one recipe, but more than one recipe, so they have options. And like Chef says, these days it's so easy, standard recipes to convert them to vegetarian recipes. It's very, very easy.
Absolutely.
I'm going to go back to Maggie, but before that, I just wanted to share with you what I've been making since Maggie's making cocktails. Singapore slingshots.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So
Very cool.
we made them for the party, and I've got some left over. Actually, I hid them, so I'd have some to show tonight. Anyway.
Is that a play on that word too? Because it's a slingshot.
It is. It's a Singapore slingshot. So here's the Singapore sling, all mixed up that I've been drinking. And oops, wait a minute. Let me come back to me. Right. So here's the Singapore sling, and this one is the Singapore sling in a whole mixed up as a shot, gel shot. And this one was the juices, the pineapple juice and the lime juice in one, and then the alcohol in another, and I layered them up. So it's interesting. It's nice. Jello shots are more sort of a conversation starter, something to impress friends with, and anything else, isn't it? So Maggie, back to you with your second cocktail.
So I'm going to end this with a bang. I've got a champagne mojito. So I ran off to grab my little cocktail shaker, Delio, and this is cold. This is not the champagne, obviously. it's the lemonade. So I'm putting in some lemonade. And of course, it's brand new, so give me a second here. All right, so.
Is that carbonated or not? No.
No, this is just regular lemonade.
This is not what Azlin and I would call lemonade.
No. Yeah, lemonade over here is stuff like 7-Up and Sprite. And yeah.
I guess you could do something like that. You could do a Sprite or a Sprite or a 7-Up or one of those. Mm. This is Yerba Buena. It's mint. English. Mint. So I'm going to take a couple of sprigs here. Look at how pretty, little pretty ones. All right, so there's one. Let me get a couple of them in here, just because I like mint. Mint is so yummy. Look how pretty these are. I love these. Ooh, this one fell out. This one must be ready to go. All right, so I put 3 into my little cocktail thingy. Okay, sorry. I'm working at my desk. I've never done this. I've never made cocktails at my desk. I'm going to be thinking about this next time. I'm sitting at my desk. Anyway, so I'm just muddling. And
okay.
The mint and the lemonade, just to get that mint flavor, just because I really, really like that mint flavor. Okay. Okay, give me a second here. Excuse me while I'm muddling. All right, okay. Ooh. Oh, yeah. This is going to be good. Okay, I'm not really shaking it, but I am. All right, now this always this always scares me. And Chef, can you help me with this? Where's the men when I need them?
Yeah, that's right. Where's Chris when you need him?
He's over the bridge and through the woods.
Perfect. That's awesome.
Okay, hold on. All right, hold on a second.
Okay, are you ready?
Oh God, this always makes me a little nervous. Excuse me while I kind of go ee. Hold on a second. Let's see. Aha. Okay, so there's this little thingy right here that you take out. I don't know if you see it.
Mhm.
Okay, and it's just twisted. Oh God. Okay, I can already feel it doing this little thing. Okay,
You can do it. You can do it. Hold on. Just take a deep breath.
One more time.
This is really hard to do with earphones on. All right, hold on. Hold on, I'm going. Okay. Okay, it's got its little hat off. Okay, hold on. Oh, and this is the free X next to.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, come on.
It's an Australian one, I think.
Is it?
It's a Spanish one. Yeah, it's a Spanish or sparkling wine.
Christopher's coming home early for cocktail hour, Maggie. Early cocktail hour.
I'm going to be nice and drunk by then. Cheers. No. Hold on. I'm coming. Give me a second here. Okay, so we have our little lemonade.
Mm-hmm.
And there I am again. Do you see me? Woo. Okay. I've only had one sip of wine, by the way, of that little wine cocktail thing I had. Okay, so I'm putting it in here.
Lemonade and mint. That's it. Okay.
Yep. And a little bit of sparkling
Oh,
champagne.
mojito. I love mojito so much.
And then, for a little decoration, hang on.
Wow, that's awesome.
Nice. That was easy as well, wasn't it? Excellent. Excellent. Nothing like easy cocktails.
Easy cocktails, and you're stretching a buck, so think about it. You're going to New Year's Eve party, and this is fab. This is really fab. Fabulous. Anyways, all right. Happy New Year.
Excellent. Cool. That's two great cocktails from Maggie. Right, we're going to go back to Candy, who's got some drinks to share with us.
Yeah, we have here our Japanese sake. Actually, this is the box that you can see everywhere this New Year. I don't have to be drunk all the New Year's Day, okay? So I'll stick to the 300 ml, which is the small size. This is without gold fillings, so you can see the ordinary ones, but still, it's for the New Year's. Actually, we heat it up for 30 seconds, so you can warm up. So this one is good. This types. And the other thing which brings fortune for you during the holiday season is this one with gold fillings.
Wow.
Yep.
Interesting.
This cup, yes. This one is we call a real good treat for the New Year's. If you drink one of these gold fillings while you're having your foodies, it will give you the success and the best wishes for the whole year.
Interesting.
Yes. So this is the sake that we have during the New Year. You can buy it in the 2 liters pack and the 500 milli, but I stick to this one since I'm only the one who's drinking sake here at the house. So this is mine.
Excellent.
And I'll be drinking this very warm.
So sake is tradition. I know, obviously it's it's the Japanese national drink. So New Year's Eve, that's what you drink then, sake, not much else.
Well, you can have from whiskey. After this, this is you have to drink. First thing when it hits Eve, this is the first thing you drink.
Okay.
And then you can drink the whole thing, whatever you want, from whiskey to cocktails. Bring the alcohol in, and it's party time.
Cool.
And that's it. And everybody here, from the 31st until the 5th, they are all drunk. It's drinking days. It's drinking days.
So, okay, so in other words, folks, for those of you who live, I don't know, if you do any business with Japan, stay away until the 6th. So, that's what you think.
Yes, you have to, if you want to really to feel the New Year's here, stay until the 6th. And that's the time you can feel the bells. Upon hearing the bells ring by 109, here you're drinking sake and everything, then feel it. It's all in totally silence, just the opposite of the other side of the world. It's all silence.
Thank you, Kenny. Chef, have you got a drink with you there, Chef?
I certainly do.
Right. Let's have a toast then. Oh, have you got a glass, Chef? Oh no, wait, we haven't done Chef's drinks. Chef, you've been doing on the quiet, haven't you, while we've not been watching?
I've been thinking about that human pinata too much. So, actually, Tuwaka is something I found, I guess it's about 10 years ago, reading a book, and it was something that was popular in Italy. It's a vanilla citrus liqueur that has, I think, a little bit of a hazelnut taste to it. And I always keep a bottle of this and a bottle of limoncello in the freezer. I don't really drink very much, but every now and then I just want a shot of something just to make me a little mellow or cheerful after a really good dinner. So I'll have a little of this. And it's really kind of nice, and it became trendy again. There's actually been in the States where kids are drinking it and mixing it, and I think they have a Tuaca sidecar that I've heard about, and some other drinks. But I just do the shots of it when I do them, kind of a sip and swig, kind of get that little bit in there to get the taste, and then boom down or down the hatch and let it go down. But those are my two kind of drinks, other than the occasional prosecco, which you have to fight me for.
It says vanilla citrus liqueur. What's the taste then? What do you get when you have a sip?
It's a warm. It's a kind of a strong flavor. I'm trying to think of what else it reminds me of. It's kind of like going towards that hazelnut frangelica, but without that hazelnut.
But not quite.
But it's that warmth feeling. It's a pleasing taste. It's not bitter. It's not. Let me try some. It's been a while. Cheers.
Yeah, go on. Oh my! Straight from the bottle.
Oh wow.
Hey, real men don't use glasses.
Cheers to that.
I'm gonna get a brown bag to slip it in first, though. Okay. Yeah, I taste the vanilla. I don't taste a lot of citrus, and it's just a very nice, warm, soothing feeling on it. So it's a nice drink, but it is a little bit stronger than limoncello. So it's got a little bit more oomph behind it when you do drink it.
Okay. And you drink it as a shot, but you did say they make cocktails. They mix it as well.
Yeah, they do make. I don't bother with all that. I don't drink socially really that much, so I'm not making drinks. Although if you look at my cabinet, I have all kinds of alcohol in case people come over. But for myself, if I have it, it's going to be a little shot glass, and it's going to be a little sip, maybe another little sip, and then just finish the shot.
Okay.
Just to get the flavors going through it.
I've not heard of it. It sounds good. I've looked it up while you were talking. I can get a bottle on Amazon.
Yeah. It's I've turned a lot of people on to it, they've come over and let them try it, because I'll usually bring both bottles out of the freezer whenever friends come over and let them try a little of each, because it's amazing how many people have never had limoncello either. So I like to make sure they get part of that into them so they can enjoy the flavors. Although when I was in Italy, we had limoncello ranging from almost grain alcohol limoncello to stuff that was really sweet. So all the different homemade varieties that are out there.
I understand that one of the best ways to have limoncello is in those dark chocolate cups and tiny ones. Yeah. And is that right? And then you just eat the chocolate after.
Absolutely. Chocolate and lemon go really well together. But even after, like when we were we were in Sorrento sitting and just people watching, we ordered a little espresso with a little twist of lemon they'll serve it with, and then a shot of limoncello too.
Wow.
And they bring little cookies over, so it was a nice afternoon. And then you paid for the seat because it was quite expensive, but you paid for that table for as long as you wanted to occupy it.
Okay, excellent. Wow, that was good. Right, we are going to start saying good night, goodbye, good morning, wherever you guys are. We're going to start off with AJ because it is going to be New Year's Day there first. So let's go to AJ.
Right. It is going to be New Year here first, and that's just the way of the world. But then I don't get to drink every time I go on Google Plus. But there we go. So I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful New Year. I'll be back with my thing in January. We haven't quite worked out the date yet, but Azlin will keep you informed on that. And don't drink too much. And the one thing I will give you is a hangover cure. If before you go to bed, you put some honey in some hot water, just about that much. Then you take 2 Panadol and drink 2 glasses of water. In the morning, you will not have a hangover. And that's my only piece of advice to you. I, of course, won't drink too much, so it won't be an issue for me. So Happy New Year.
Thank you, AJ. Thank you. Right, we're going to go over to Candy for last words.
Yeah, for my last words, here we are spending Eve, and here is my glass of sake. I just found out I have a gold filling. Woo!
Hey, well, we'll do a toast just before we go off air.
Yeah, and I'm doing a lot. I'm doing an HOA for next year, so you can see that by the event page. We're having the New Year's performance here, and I'm bringing that on HOA. Yes, the New Year's performances. You better check out, guys. If you want to watch, just check out your dates and time clocks. And we're going virtual photo walks with the live photo walks all over the world, so you can see and watch with yourself what we're having
Fabulous.
here. The
That sounds
performance.
good. Just go to Candy's stream to check out all these HOAs. Excellent. Now we're gonna go over to Maggie for last words.
Just Happy New Year, everyone. Feliz Año Nuevo. Yeah, I've got a lot going on. Obviously, I'm planning a wedding. February 22nd is the day. We met with a wedding photographer yesterday.
Yay.
So the engagement pictures will come out soon. And obviously, all the different shows. I have Chef Show, Good to Go Plus coming out on Friday. So yeah, just watch my stream.
Cool. Thank you, Maggie. We're gonna go over to Chef.
I'm just getting ready for a Happy New Year. Lisa's in Philadelphia right now, so she'll be flying home tonight. And then tomorrow I'll be pretty busy. And then I have the show coming up on Friday with Maggie and a couple other. I actually have a British guitarist coming on, Paul Rose.
Ooh, nice.
13th solo album, so he's going to be playing a couple songs for us. And then a new friend, Ann Lee, who works with a gluten-free company, we'll be talking to. But other than that, it's just life as usual down in the Sunshine State, enjoying life.
Excellent. Thank you, Chef. Right, we shall say goodnight to you guys. Everybody, a drink.
Chin chin.
A toast to everybody. Thank you so much for following us in this series. Thank you so much
Yo-yo
for following us
toast.
the whole year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Have a good 2015. Bye, folks.
Cheers.
Happy New Year.
Bye.